Welcome to the Finding Your Church podcast from findingyourchurch.com. My name is Jeremy Phillips, and my goal is to help you make it a challenge for people to live in your community without finding your church. Now, I want to talk about a free tool that can help you automate some of your church tasks. And these are like specific online and digital tasks that can save you a ton of time. And obviously, you're not going to be able to automate all aspects of your church or ministry, but there are things that you do every day that could be removed from your to-do list using this free resource. And so much of what we do during the day is repetitive. And many tasks could actually be done by an assistant, but paid staff in many churches is not always an abundant resource, as I'm sure you've found out. So even if you do have plenty of staff, though, most ministries are always looking for ways to increase productivity and get more done. And just because you're paid staff doesn't mean you're satisfied having people do things they could have done for them for free, because it could be automated. So you're going to have to figure out how this works in your church. But with this free tool, you can automate your church, some of your church email scheduling, team coordination, syncing content and files, and sending reminders and things like that. So of course, every solution on the site is not going to work for everyone in every situation, so you just have to find the ones that will benefit you. And by the way, it also works for personal tasks too, not just your church. So IFTTT.com is a site that can help you accomplish this for your church and personal to-do lists. And they basically divided solutions into an easy to navigate menu, which they call recipes, that you can use to automate a huge number of your things that you need to do. So these recipes are explained with if, then, and do scenarios. So it just makes it easy to figure out what you want to accomplish. So it can do things like help you automatically log your mileage, mute your phone when you get to work, or maybe even like a church service. If you have it scheduled at a certain time, it can mute your phone at that point. Connect your church Facebook and Twitter accounts. Find your phone and keep a call log and different things like that. Keep your church social media profile logos synced together so you don't have to do that manually. A lot of things like that. It even has a thing that, this is not something I recommend for, people who are trying to be honest, like pastors and church leaders, but it even has this scenario where you can have it call you, if you're trying to get out of a conversation or an appointment with somebody and you're talking to them, and you can do something that causes your phone to call you as if you're getting a phone call to get you out of a situation. So I don't suggest that as for somebody who's a pastor, but hey, you're the one who's going to have to stand before God. So whatever you choose to do with this site is not my responsibility. So check out that. It's going to be in the, if you go to the podcast section of findingyourchurch.com, you can find all our podcast episodes, or just go directly to the link of this blog post for these show notes. And you can find the links to all of our recommended resources that we talk about in the podcast on our resource page, which is findingyourchurch.com/toolbox. So head over to that site if you want to just find the link. If you want to read the post, go to the podcast section, but findingyourchurch.com/toolbox.